Alright folks, second instalment, my first ever attempt at a home brew. First video I set everything up, lobbed all the malt, extract, yeast, sugar in there. I used the wrong kind of sugar, so not sure how it's going to turn out. But I've been reliably informed by some people on the internet that the type of sugar I used does work. The fly just flying around the kitchen, nice and hygienic. That's what we like to see. Anyway, so yeah, it's been 7 days according to my recipe. Mangrove Jacks. I need to add my hops. I've got 50 grams of Simcoe hops. Got to lob those in there after I've taken a sample to see what kind of specific gravity reading we're getting. Basically see if fermentation has completed sufficiently. This, to be honest, it's been a mess, this attempt. I used granulated sugar rather than the brewing sugar, so I'm not sure how that's going to affect the reading. I lobbed the yeast in, didn't seem to do much. I was looking for some bubbles in the airlock, no bubbles. So I was a little bit unnerved by that. There was a little bit of froth, but you can see here, it's quite a bit. It's about 4 centimetres of foam there. It's only about 1 centimetre after 3 or 4 days. So I was panicking a little bit. I thought maybe it wasn't working. Maybe I had a leak, which was letting the CO2 out. So I chucked in another batch of yeast, basically. So there's 2 lots in there. First one's been in there for 7 days. Second one's been in there for 5 days now. So there's obviously something's happened because all this foam's kicked off. So there's been some fermentation going on, but I'm not sure if it's worked or not. So I'm going to take the sample. I'll talk you through it. And yeah, if all's good, I'll lob the hops in there. First things first, I've got to sanitise some equipment. So let's go. Yeah, so I'm not going to show you me sanitising stuff because you're probably bored enough already. So yeah, whipped out the airlock and took off the lid. Noticed all the froth had died down, more or less, so I guess that means there's not much fermentation going on. Taking a sample there, really crude method of taking a sample, but you know, I'm a beginner, go easy on me. So I dropped the hydrometer in the sample there, and you can see the reading was 1.02. It's got 20 on there, but that means it's 1.02. And my recipe said after 7 days, if the reading's 1.02 or below, then you're all good to add your hops. So yeah, happy days. There's the brew itself, looking at not much foam on top, but you can see there has been more foam over the last few days because of the stuff that's stuck to the edges. So there's the hops, 50 grams of Simcoe hops. Looks a bit like dog food. Didn't smell like dog food. So yeah, chucked it in there. I was informed on the recipe not to stir it in, just let it dissipate naturally and break up naturally over the course of 2 or 3 days. Yes, I chucked the lid back on there. Stuck the airlock back in, and yeah, Bob's your uncle. Okay, so there we go. I've taken the gravity reading. Seems like something's happened fermentation wise, which is good. I'll put the hops in, 50 grams of Simcoe hops. It smells like beer, so that's reassuring. Wait for 2 or 3 days. So yeah, in 3 days time, I'll take another gravity reading. If it hasn't changed, then I'll bottle up, start bottling up. I'm optimistic, but this is just the first brew, so it's more of a learning experience. I'm not actually expecting the beer to taste any good, but we'll see how it turns out anyway. Stay tuned.